Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to build SQL Server 2019 DBA real-time home lab in Azure. Especially this video is limited to single subnet cluster. I already done n number of videos on DBA real-time home labs. Okay, but all in either in on-prem in multi-subnet cluster. But we for single subnet cluster we have differences for multi and single. Okay, for that reason I am doing this. For single subnet cluster we need load balancer to connect through listener from secondary replicas. Okay, so here for this I have true to trim this video. So I have already done in everything. I will show you how to configure the load balancer everything. Okay, so I will before this I will explain my environment. For this I have taken three virtual machines. One is 2009 all are 2019. One machine is as a no need to part of availability set. Two are two VMs which is primary and secondary should be part of the same availability set or zone. Okay, so here I took that say availability set. What is mean by available? I will let you know. Okay, so this is my environment. So this is DC Active Directory node 1 and node 2. This is the always on listener 1 and listener 2. This is one of our one availability group. This is for another availability groups. So this is all very common. We need have sufficient permissions to write that information into the cluster. So whatever we are creating, that permission should have to write in the DNS to create the objects in the DNS and Active Directory users. So it means the SQL Server a service accounts and with whom we are doing that have permissions in the Active Directory. So here we can the real time is little bit different. We need load balancer for connected. So first we need to create the resource group with the VNet called 5.10.5.0./16, and we create a subnet with name called subnet A, and they give this range. So create one DC in subnet A and install Active Directory DNS and ISKC target server. ISKC now is not required. Why? Because we are doing this with file share. Okay, we can configure with abc.com, and we need to deploy two Windows servers OSs with node 1 and node 2 within the same availability set. So we add the DC IP private IP address and node private IP address via portal and restart the VMs, and once done. So once you added this step is for administration purpose only. So every time I need to connect, I need to download RDP file. This, I mean, I don't want to this. So once I have added this into this cluster and everything, so our easier I can do the other things I can easily. So turn off the domain public firewall in domain and join the nodes. Disable the firewall rules in node 1 and node 2. Create a folder and share to node 1 and I mean while configuring file share witness quorum, we can directly add this folder in the share format. Okay, install .NET 3.5 in node 1 and node 2. Install SSMS in node 1 and node 2 standalone instances. Validate and create the cluster, and we need to enable always on. So once you done and everything, so we need to create the load balancer. I will show that load balancer part. Why? Because this is very common in the low for every DBA real time. To trim this video, I have done already done everything except load balancer. So I will provide the Microsoft official documentation link as well. So before I will like to provide a few things. So while creating the VMs, click create. Here, select the row. You can select no infrastructure redundancy required for domain OS. Why? Because we are not placing that. So, but whereas for primary replica and secondary replicas, okay. So you need to create the availability set. Create any one set here, okay. AV set and something anything availability set for AG. So fault domain configure fault domain fault. What is mean by that? What is fault domain? What is updated domain? I will explain you in simple things. See, so this is my rack. This is another rack in data center. So if I create one virtual machine here and one more virtual machine here, so if anything happens, power failures or anything happen, both my primary replica and second replica will get shut down, right? So then there is no point of redundancy in terms of hardware failures. So what I if I place these two VMs, so indirectly I'm telling that these are these two virtual machines which are dependent each other. So what it will do, so it will place the another VM in another rack. Even though it fails, the primary get failures, it will get active. So that is what fault domain is. Coming to updated domain, so mm, so if I place updated domain like 3, like 2, like so I have configured like 2 right here, 2. So what it means, so I have selected as a 2. Now it will consider as a, so here this VM considered as a UD1, update domain 1. So this is considered as a UD2. So, so whenever the patches get installed automatically, so these two are not belongs to each other. Okay. I mean to select so UD1 and UD2. Uh, so what happened? It will restart. For example, I am going to take another VM. Okay. So now this is considered as a UD3. Okay. So now, sorry, UD1. Sorry, this is UD1. Okay, so again, if one more VM, it will comes under UD2. So what will happen if any patches will get restarted? This UD1 and UD1, both these two, which the VMs which are belongs to UD1 updated domain, will not get restarted. First, the UD1 will get after installing the patches, the UD1 will get restart. Any one of the VM will get restart. Once the VM get updated and is VM is up, then the another VM will get restarted. So this will protect from the restarts. Okay, this is what exactly the like update domain is. Coming to lab here, so here is my Windows cluster. So right now, so I have enabled the future and everything. So right click on new availability group wizard. Next, so give under like test hyphen. So next, select this database, click next. So add replica, select the node 2 here. So I want in synchronous commit mode. So readability is say not required for me as of now. So I need to select automatic failover. This is also automatic. Okay. This is not mandatory, but we need to select it. So I'm going for automatic seeding for now. See, all got success except this listener. We can configure the listener after this. Click on that, click finish. So click on more details. You can see at where we are progress is going on. Yeah, installation got successful. Click close button. We have successfully configured always on for test database. So now, so if you want to see, you can directly connect node 2 as well. Here node 2 see the database under data beside of database we have seen synchronized. Okay. So right now we need to configure listener. So add listener. So AG AGL sorry AGL. So type is 1433. Here select static IP. Click add here. So here 10.5.0.100. I'm giving that. Okay, click apply. We have successfully created the listener. Okay, now try to connect from listener AZL. We have successfully connected. Open this Windows cluster. See here this one. Click on resources. Uh, See is a listener and IP address. Okay, so this all about like how we can build. The problem here is if I go to node 2, open SSMS. So if I try to connect AGL, so try to connect. See, I'm not able to connect it. So let's try to connect from 10.5.0.100. 5.100. Still I'm unable to connect. So I generally we don't prefer to connect with IP. We always prefer to connect with node names. Okay, we do still we are unable to connect with listener. So what I will do here, I will go to here. Okay, I will fail over to move, select node, select to, click OK. See currently the owner is node 2. If I try to connect here from node 2 AGL, I will able to connect it. See, if I go back to the node 1, I will disconnect the AG listener. If I try to connect, see, so the issue will occur when we create a SQL Server lab cluster anything in single subnet. For this to avoid, we need load lab balancer to redirect the active connection from wherever we connect. So for that, we have a documentation here. So we have this documentation to follow how we can create a load balancer. Click on the load balancer here. Select the right uh, resource group where you have placed all the primary and secondaries here and type always on AG load balancer. So reason is used to use standard internal regional keep that like that only here. So what is that IP that I have given here is front end IP. So select the right DC net, subnet is static IP. So give the listener IP here 10.5.0.100. I keep that like that. Click validate. Now click on next. Here select that. Here I mean click on add IP addresses here. So select node 1 and node 2. See both node 1 and node 2 is related to same availability set. Okay, click add, save. So I need to give the name, right? So backend pool, click save. Next, add a load balancer rule here. LB rule. Select the listener IP here. So select the backend pool IP address for which you need to transport. So if I select it will not list the pool. So select the IP. What is the port that we want to connect? 1433. Backend port is also same to above. Click your health probe. So here I need to create health probe. This health probe is responsible to check the health of the so on which node the cluster and active replica primary replica is running on. So health probe protocol is TCP. Port number here I need to keep 59999. Okay, and click OK. Keep the session persistence none. Ideal timeout TCP/IP clip 14 IP enable. Okay, add. Click next, 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 review and create. So validation passed. Click create. Click come to load balance here. Okay, here we have one script is there. Copy the script and go to node 1 here. Open PowerShell.isc. Run as administrator. Paste it here and replace the respective values. You need to know the cluster name. Go to cluster. Go to networks events here. Select this one. Copy and paste it here. Okay, the IP resource name, go to this one, go to roles, select the AG, here select IP resource one, copy this one. Listener IP, that one need to copy it, directly you can paste it here. 10.5.0.100. So what is the port number that I have need to give? 59999. So this is, you have to fill this in kind of information. Once load balancer is got created, yeah, now you can click here execute. So once it got created, minimize this and go to IP address here, take offline. Okay, now bring it online. Yeah, it was done. Now open your AZ. Try to connect AGL. Yeah, I'm connected. Now to second two here AGL. Yeah, yeah, I'm able to connect from secondary. So now what I want to do here is uh, I'm going to create another database called text2. Now I take the full backup. Yeah, done. Now go to always on. Next, test2. Next, select the test2. Next, select automatic failover. So next, node 2. Yeah, it was done. Okay, now go to availability listener here. AG listener 2. The port I want to give the same 1433 DSCP static IP. Click add here. Here keep the 10.5.0.200. So that is 100. This is yeah. Yeah, this is was done. Now try to connect here AG2. Sorry, AG listener 2. Connect. Yeah, I'm able to connect. But try to connect from this one. I am not able to connect through secondary. What I will do here is I just go to the load balancer. Okay. Here front end IP is I need to configure front end IP here. Click add front end IP 2. Okay. Subnet is this one. Static IP address 10 dot uh, 10 dot 5 dot 0 dot 200. So okay, add this. So I have created. So backend pool is same. Health probe I need to create. Right click here. HP2. What is the TCP IP? Port number Y9998. Okay, why? Because double nine have used somewhere. Okay, for the another one. Click add. Yeah. So load balancing rule. Just create the rule. Load balancing rule 2. So what is that IP? 2.10.100. What is the backend pool? BP. So backend pool. Okay. What is the port number? 1433. Backend port is also 1433. So what is the help port? HP2. Session keep that ideal timeout enable floating IP. Click save. Okay. So once this rule was done, yeah, it was done. So what I heard from other colleagues, I didn't try it this way. So if you want to configure separate load balancer, you can create it. But while collecting backend pools here, click add. So by using NIC, you cannot add that. Okay, by using IP address, you can create another load balancer. You can do that. So this is what I heard from other colleagues, but I didn't try it this way. But as of now, I am using all the load everything for the one load balancer. Okay. So this is just I want to inform to you this one. Okay. So I'm use this one. Now go to primary replica. This one. Now go to there. Now he need to restore here. Now go to I'm using the same cluster. Okay. Go to 200. Okay. The same. This is same, right? So this is same, right? And I need to change this only resource name. Copy this one and come here and paste it here. Okay. Select this one, paste it here. Now here also change then 200 and here we need to 59998. This is the port number. Click execute. Yeah, I have done it. Now go back to the this one and down the IP, bring it on. Yeah, it was done. Now try to connect from node 2, AGL 2. Yeah, I have successfully connected from the second replica using listener. So this is all about um, how to build always on our DBA real-time home lab when all VMs are in single subnet. When single subnet is used, we need a load balancer to connect uh, from second to connect to listen through listener from secondary nodes apart from active node. If you have any doubts, and please do comment. See you all again. Thank you. Keep visiting us.